In the midst of everything that's going on, we await post-assassination attempt and post-RNC polling as to the shape of the presidential race. One of the very interesting bits of news I have for you today is that now, during the RNC, Trump's chance of winning is the lowest it has been in months, according to the 538 2024 election forecast, which includes non-polling factors. What are the economic indicators? What are the political indicators? They now are putting out a model, which is just one model. These are not votes. It's 3.5 months out, but it is a data point we can look at. The model today has this race at a 54% chance of Biden securing re-election and a 46% chance of Trump securing a second non-consecutive term. This is the worst positioning for Trump in about 2+ months. Why is this going on? Well, if you read through the model, the polling is part of this. But economic growth indicators are part of it. Political indicators are part of it. Looking specifically at swing states is part of it. Now, this is not dispositive in any way. There is a real possibility that Biden will get crushed in November. There's a real possibility that Trump will get crushed. This is an N of 1. We have never had an election like this, in which we have a rematch of the prior election, where the nominee for one party is a former president, survived an assassination attempt, was found to be a civilly liable rapist, and convicted on 34 felony counts. And in addition to that, the incumbent president has 72% of the country believing that he is not fit to serve, in part based on a debate performance gone wrong. It's an N of 1. And so this is why we find ourselves saying, what is the right model to consider here? Is it strictly looking at polling? Or is it a qualitative model like that of Alan Lichtman's Keys to the White House? We interviewed him last week. He had one perspective. Or is it a sort of one-off analysis that doesn't take any particular model, but says, here is the way we can take into account all of the factors we can conceive of? I do not know the answer. And increasingly, what was anger for many in my audience about the fact that I'm not loudly saying this is Biden's to lose, or Biden's out of this, or Biden should be replaced, or whatever, that ambivalence and lack of clarity in the emails that we're receiving is now increasingly represented. So I am now at the point where I want to see where is the polling and where are the models, roughly halfway between the RNC and the DNC, at which point maybe we'll get sort of a better sense of that. The other thing I want to mention, and I don't think that right now is the time to do this, so we'll probably do it next week or the week after. The replace Biden movement, in a sense, has died down from a media standpoint. Between the assassination attempt and the RNC, the corporate media discussion of the replace Biden movement from within the Democratic Party has died down. But if you actually pay attention more closely to what many elected Democrats are saying, there is reportedly absolute and total panic and a renewed or continued desire to replace Joe Biden from one faction, while another faction that includes Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and others, another faction says, no, Biden's the guy. We've got to stick with Biden. At this point, it would be a disaster. Every opinion represented here, both in terms of our audience and in terms of elected Democrats. So we will review once again the circumstances with the discussion around the replacement of Biden probably next week once we get beyond the RNC. And at that point, hopefully we'll have some new polling as well. We have a fantastic bonus show for you today. I don't know how many of you know, but in the aftermath of the failed assassination attempt against Donald Trump, MSNBC's Morning Joe was preempted. And the hosts of Morning Joe are threatening to quit if it happens again. Why was it done? That's question number one. We'll discuss it and much more. President Biden is also set to announce support for major changes to the Supreme Court, which we will be discussing as well on the bonus show. And lastly, I'm not hiding the story. Senator Bob Menendez, a Democrat, has been found guilty in a criminal bribery scheme. Unlike those who say President Biden was involved in a criminal bribery scheme, there is evidence that Senator Menendez was involved in a criminal bribery scheme, evidence enough to bring an indictment, and now evidence enough to bring a guilty verdict. Menendez says he's going to appeal and he's innocent and so on and so forth. It seems pretty clear that a jury has spoken. We will discuss that on the bonus show, as well as Democratic and Republican reaction to it. So if you don't have access to the bonus show.
Oh, the bonus show where you want to make money, but everybody else that makes money to fund themselves is bad.
That's conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. He really doesn't like the bonus show. If you don't yet have access, grab a membership at joinpacman.com. And remember that my forthcoming nonfiction book, The Echo Machine, is available for pre-order. This is like pre-order on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, bookshop.org, Audible, iTunes, Apple Books, Kindle, the whole thing. Okay, so you can get early pre-orders in, but I will let you know when we really start the pre-order campaign in earnest. I'll see you on the bonus show, and I'll be back here tomorrow.